Hello everyone, welcome to the IELTS demo session. So today we are going to talk about a very common question, a very common problem actually that every IELTS students face. A lot of students come to me saying, "Ma'am, I have been practicing for months, I'm watching YouTube videos, solving mock tests, learning vocabulary, but I'm still stuck at a band of 5 or 6. And honestly, this is a very common question. But here the good news is, the problem is not your English. Most students lose marks because they don't understand what the examiner is actually expecting. IELTS is not about using very difficult English language or high vocabulary. It is more about clarity, structure, proper explanation and strategy. And today, I will show you exactly what changes when a student moves from a band of 5 to a band of 7+. So before we start, let me introduce myself. I am Mrs. Kinjal Hiranandani. I have more than 15 years of experience and I work closely with students and professionals preparing for study abroad and PR applications. I am also a founder and director of Migrantrix Private Limited, which is an immigration-focused consultancy firm. Academically, I am a company secretary, commerce and MCom graduate, and I have a background in management studies. Along with that, I am currently consulting the board of directors of a listed company on company law matters. I am also an IELTS Band 9 scorer, and over the years, I have worked with many students who were stuck at a band of 5 or 6 and later achieved a band of 7.5 and 8 with the right strategy and personalized guidance. So whatever I am sharing today is based on actual students' mistake, real exam patterns and my experience. Now let's take a real IELTS writing task 2 question. Now this is basically an essay type question. So let's read the question first. Some people believe that online education is better than traditional classroom learning. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, let us first see how most of the students usually would answer this question. So now, how would you answer, or how would any other student answer? Nowadays, online education is becoming very popular and many people prefer it. It has many advantages and disadvantages. In this essay, I will discuss both views and give my opinion. Now, when you read this paragraph, you feel that yes, the grammar is okay, the vocabulary is also okay, but still, it will be marked at, for a band of 5 or 5.5. Now, why is this? Why is the essay still stuck at a band of 5? Because it is very generic. You are not clearly explaining your position, whether you agree or you disagree. The question specifically asked you, do you agree or disagree? That has to be answered in your first paragraph. And most of all, it looks memorized. Most of the students would start the essay like this. So now let's see how a band of 7.5 plus answer would look. Although traditional classroom learning offers face-to-face interaction, I strongly believe that online education is more effective due to its flexibility and accessibility. This essay will explain why online learning has become a preferred choice for many students. Now, when you read this paragraph, the position of the writer is very clear, that the writer is leaning towards online learning. The tone is very confident and it is academic in nature. The writer has used good vocabulary, linking words like although. So all this will fetch you more marks. Writer has also tried to use synonyms for offline lectures as face-to-face interaction. He has used words like flexibility and accessibility. So all this will fetch you more marks. It will help you improve your band from 5 to 6 and to 7. Now let me give you a broad framework as to how you can achieve or move from a band of 5 to a band of 7.5 plus. So first step is a clear position. As I said, when you introduce your question, you should clearly answer the question. The examiner should not feel confused about your opinion. You should very clearly write whether you agree or you disagree, or whether you are choosing one over the other. Has to be very clearly mentioned. Step 2. One main idea per paragraph. Don't try to put too many ideas in one paragraph. This is one of the biggest mistakes or common mistakes that most students face. We try to put too many ideas in the same paragraph. For example, we write, if you take the example of the same question, you write save money, save time, it saves, it is flexible, it is accessible, it is convenient. All these ideas are mixed up in one paragraph. Rather, what should you do? You should take one strong idea and develop on that idea properly by giving examples elaborated. So now let's see how the answer would look. Now first, let us take a band 5 answer. So here the answer is online education is good because students can study from home and save time and money. Also, they can learn many online courses, and technology is developing very fast nowadays. So it is useful for students and working people. Now here you have put in a lot of ideas like study from home, it saves time, it saves money, a lot of variety of courses you can learn, technology is also developing, and so a lot of students and working people are benefiting out of it. So these are too many ideas in one paragraph. Now how would an improved answer look? One major advantage of online education is flexibility. So here we are focusing on a major advantage, which is flexibility. So this is my first argument, that online classes are flexible. Students can attend lectures and complete assignments according to their own schedules. So here I am elaborating on the term flexible. How is it flexible? Because students can complete and attend the lectures on their own schedules, which is especially beneficial for working professionals. For example, many employees now pursue international certifications through online platforms without leaving their jobs. So this is again supporting my argument of flexibility. As a result, online learning makes education more accessible and convenient. So now in the improved answer, as you can see, there is one clear idea, that is I have used flexibility as my idea. I have explained it properly. The next 2-3 sentences, students can attend lectures, explains why is it flexible. I have given example, again it's an explanation. There is a logical flow to the paragraph, the ideas are flowing logically, and also there is a relevant example. So this is a complete trick to answer this particular question. Next step is relevant example. As I said before, your example should support your argument properly. You cannot give random examples. It has to be logical and connected to your argument. Now let's see what do we mean by relevant example. Now for the same question, a weak answer would look like, technology is growing very fast nowadays and many students use mobile phones. So this is not an example which is very convincing when we take the argument of flexibility. It does not anyway relate to flexibility. Your improved answer would be, many working professionals now complete international diploma programs online while managing full-time jobs. So this emphasizes our idea of flexibility, that because of online education, working professionals are able to grab more diplomas. So it is more realistic and directly connected to our question. The last step is logical conclusion. Most mistake the students make is to introduce new ideas in the conclusion. Never introduce new ideas when you are concluding. Your conclusion should just be a summary of your position. So a weak answer would look like, to conclude, online education has advantages and disadvantages. In my opinion, it is good. So it is nowhere giving you a proper conclusion. What is your conclusion? Writing this full paragraph or writing an essay, what do you conclude? What is your stand on it? It is not giving us any logical conclusion. So your improved idea would be, although additional classrooms provide direct interaction, online education is more practical and accessible for modern learners. Therefore, I believe it is a more effective option for many students today. So here in this answer, you can see that the conclusion is more logical, it is structured and it is academic based. The language is academic. Here I have started with the beginning paragraph that I feel online education is more better. I elaborated 2-3 paragraphs as to why online education is better, and I am concluding also with the same thought that online education is more practical and accessible, and so it is more effective. So you understand how the entire essay is related, how it is logically put together. So in my one-on-one lecture, we are going to show you the tricks and tips as to how you can logically prepare your essay, how it will fetch you a band of 7.5 plus. What words should you use, what should you not use, and where should you use it, how you should structure your essay is what we are going to teach you in our one-to-one mentorship program. Now let us move on to the speaking module. Most of the times, I get a question like, ma'am, for speaking, do I need advanced English? Do I need high vocabulary? How it should be? Well, the answer is, you really don't need any advanced English. The English that we speak here is quite sufficient. We need to understand what the examiners are looking for. When they are talking to you, when they are taking a speaking test, what the examiner is actually looking for. They are looking for fluency. They are looking at your confidence, how confidently you are presenting yourself, and the natural communication. Are you able to communicate naturally? Now, when you are going to go to another country, anywhere outside India, you have to interact with their people. You have to interact with people over there at your workplace, in your surroundings. So in such case, you should be able to communicate. You should be able to put forth your opinion, and you should be able to understand what they are saying. And hence, the speaking test is conducted. So you need not worry about the big words, fancy words of English language. You just need a normal language that we speak here, and examiners are just looking at your fluency, the clarity, the confidence, and the way you communicate. So let's see. Let me give you an example how this works. Now, if the examiner is asking you, do you like traveling? So just instead of just saying, yes, I like traveling, or no, I don't like traveling, it would be great if you could elaborate. So here the examiner would know that yeah, you are very fluent, your thoughts are very clear. Okay, so how do you expand this idea? Yes, I enjoy traveling because it helps me experience different cultures and gives me a break from my routine life. So here the examiner knows that your English is fluent and you are able to communicate clearly what you are thinking. Now, apart from speaking, listening and reading are also equally important. Most of the time, students make mistakes by not managing their time properly. While doing listening and the reading test, students are not able to manage their time properly. The reason is lack of practice. The more you practice, in fact all the 4 modules, the more you practice, the more you will be able to solve it and be confident. Now listening, let me give you a very important tip. While you're solving listening problems, you are given a 10 seconds or 30 seconds time to review the question before you start hearing the recording. Use that time properly. Read the questions properly, mark the keywords before the audio starts. This will help you in locating the answers or hearing the answers very effectively. In reading also, you don't have to read word to word. You don't need to understand the whole paragraph. You have to use the techniques of skimming and scanning, which is what we teach when we do our one-on-one IELTS mentorship program. How do you skim the passage? How do you scan the passage? You look for keywords, techniques to look for the keywords and identify the answers. How do you manage your time? So all these things are being taught when we do one-on-one IELTS mentorship program. So now let's talk about one-on-one IELTS mentorship program, what you will get. Obviously, we will do detailed corrections of your writing tasks, give you feedback as to how you can improve your answers, give you model questions as well as model answers, so you know that how the answers are to be written, how the opinions are to be formed, how the answer is to be presented. Your speaking performance with real-time feedback. We will take one-on-one mock sessions, speaking mock sections as they happen in real IELTS exam. That will give you confidence to speak. We will give you feedback as to how you can improve those answers. And a customized strategy based on your current level. Based on where you are currently, will give you a customized plan as to how you can plan your IELTS studies so that you can score a band of 7.5 plus just in one go. Along with this, we will give you supporting materials. We will give you recorded sessions for your revision. Premium notes, which are obviously made by us. We'll give you notes. We'll give you mock tests. We'll give you a place where you can do a lot of mock tests and learn. Listening and reading strategies, which are very important. As I said, most people cannot manage their time, so I'll give you strategies as to how you can look for the answers with very less time. Okay, and a very important thing, we will continue supporting until you achieve your target band. Just because this time you are not able to score, we will leave you for the next exam. No, you can always come back to us, get your doubts cleared. We will always be here to support you till you achieve your target band. Thank you so much, and I hope I can help you achieve your target band. Thank you.